guys, jumping right into things, I'm going to take my NERIUM Day Cream and put this all over my face just to hydrate my skin before foundation. Then jumping into Aquaphor Lip Balm just to hydrate my lips as well. Then we're going to prime our eyelids today a little bit differently using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Once that is blended out, we're going to set that using any translucent powder and jumping right into the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. Here I am taking the shade Golden Ochre and I'm going to put that into my crease as our first transition color. We're just going to be buffing this back and forth using a Sigma E40. Then once we have done that, jumping right into Raw Sienna with the Morphe M441, we're going to do the exact same thing, just a little bit lower, buffing it back and forth into our crease as our second transition color. Since this is a burnt orange eyeshadow look, we're going to be sticking to the same color family, and here I am going in with the literal burnt orange eyeshadow look, and I'm using a Morphe M433, and I'm going to be packing this all over my lid and buffing it into the lower crease. Then jumping into the JACLYN Hill palette, I am taking this terracotta burnt orange kind of look with the Sigma flat shader brush, and I'm going to be packing this all over my lid and blending it upwards. Then once we're done packing this all over, I'm going to jump right back into the Modern Renaissance palette with this color right here, Real Gar, and using that Morphe M433 and packing this into the outer V onto the lid and then buffing it into the lower crease and just blending it back and forth to make sure it's a gradient effect and we don't have any harsh lines. As you can see, this eyeshadow look is super easy. We're just sticking to the same colors and the same color family and just making sure everything is blended out and buffed out very seamlessly. Now switching back to the Morphe M441, we're just going to buff everything together to make sure it's a gradient effect and we don't have any harsh lines. Then we're going to go back in with that Sigma E40 and that Golden Ochre and Raw Sienna and just buff everything in together just to make sure everything's really blended out. Remember, blend, blend, blend. Now taking the Colourpop gel liner in Mr. Bing. This one is by KathleenLights. It's her newest collaboration with Colourpop. And I'm taking this weird liner brush that I received from Morphe. I forgot the number. And this is my first time using this brush and it was okay. I really just like my Sigma angled liner better. But here I'm lining my eyelids, doing a small wing liner with this. I really do like this gel liner. I like the brown. This is my first time using the brown and it turned out really pretty. The only thing I realized is that it does dry quickly, so to apply a second layer on top of it just to deepen up the brown was a little bit difficult and it did come out a little bit patchy, but other than that I do like the finished look of this eyeliner. So once we're done with the eyes, we're moving on to the face. Here I'm priming my face using Smashbox primer water and then I'm going in with MILANI Conceal and Perfect foundation and mixing in the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, and I am applying it with a Morphe foundation brush. This has become my favorite way of applying foundation. I like to apply it with this brush and then go in with the Beauty Blender and just blend everything out and dab it out. I don't know why, I feel like it picks up the most product that way. Now going in with this NYX Color Correct palette, I am taking this peachy shade right here and applying it underneath the halos of my eye just to cover up that halo and dark circles. Then we're going to conceal using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, keeping the concealer a little bit lower than usual and then blending upwards using a Beauty Blender. I just feel like it gets the least amount of concealer in my fine lines and I don't crease as much. Then I'm going to be jumping into this Morphe 15 Con palette. I just received this and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, guys. Just give me some time. I'm taking a mixture of shades and I'm going to be highlighting the center of my face with it. Once we're done blending everything out, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toast. I love this to cream contour with. It blends out so pretty. It's such a beautiful contour shade and it doesn't seem like overly cakey, which I feel like a lot of cream contouring makes you look. So we're going to be applying this on our forehead, on our jawline, along my nose, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I forgot who I saw do this. I'm going to apply this underneath my bottom of my lip and on the top of my lip. I know I'm going to look like I have a mustache, but once our lipstick is on and everything's done, it's going to give your lips a more pouty effect and to look a lot more fuller than usual. And I'm also applying this to my jawline. Then I'm going in with the Beauty Blender and just blending everything out. As you can see, as I'm blending, it blends out very seamless and very easy. It's such a creamy concealer. It's literally awesome. You guys need to go buy this and it's only $3. I like to use this most of the time when my foundation is a lot lighter than the rest of my body. I like to cream contour just to give my face a more bronzy effect and add more color to my face. So as we blend out, you want to make sure that you're dabbing upwards towards the top of your face and not really dragging the product down just because you want to keep it in the halo of your cheek. So for my nose, I'm first going to go in with my fingers to blend it out, and once I blend it out as much as I can with your fingers, I'm going to take the Beauty Blender just to make everything stick into my skin and blend out very seamlessly. Now going in with my RCMA No Color Powder and the setting brush from Morphe, it's the E2 collection. I'm going to set underneath my eyes, my forehead, my cheek, my nose, my chin, everywhere, and I'm going to pull this up more on my nose just to give my nose a slimmer effect. Now going in with the Sephora Luminizing Drops in Morning Light. You literally only need one drop to highlight your entire face. This has been my holy grail and my go-to lately for highlighting. It's just so natural and so pretty. So I'm going to use this with the Beauty Blender and dab it onto my skin on the top of my cheekbones. And once we're done blending it out, you could always leave it this way, or you can go ahead and go into the Glow Kit or any kind of highlighter that you have and set that highlight. Here I am using Dripping in Gold from the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm highlighting my cheekbones, just setting all that highlighter that I just placed, highlighting my tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and also the top of my lip. Here I went a little bit too ham, but I promise you I'm going to fix that once we're done. Now taking this bronzer from NARS called Laguna, I am taking a Morphe E1, and I'm just going to use this big brush on purpose just because I want to add more color and dimension to my face and just bronze up my face. So here I'm going to bronze up my forehead, my cheeks, and I'm going to drag this down my neck. Now jumping into the new Morphe blush palette, it's a 9N palette. I'm taking the mixture of these two shades right here with the E4 brush, I believe this is, and just dusting it on my cheeks. I am in love with this new blush palette. It's so pigmented and so pretty. Then we're going to take a duo stippling brush and just blend everything out just to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything seems very natural, well, natural as can be. Then going back into the Modern Renaissance palette with this Morphe, I think it's an E18 pencil brush, I'm going to take the shade Burnt Orange and just dust this all over my lower lash line and just buff everything out. Then going back in with Real Gar and that same brush, I'm going to do the exact same thing, just buffing this underneath my lower lash line and blending everything together. Once we're done blending everything out, I'm going in with the Colourpop Pencil Gel Liner in Mr. Bing, also from the KathleenLights collection. I am going to put this underneath my lash line, and honestly guys, I had the hardest time ever. It has nothing to do with the pencil, it's just my eyes water so much every time I try to do this with any kind of pencil, so I literally had the hardest time, so I had to take a break. Here I'm going in with the Morphe blending brush and just buffing everything in together. Then moving on from the eyes, I'm going in with KathleenLights 0.0 Ultra Satin Lip. I love this color, love this formula. It's probably the best lip formula that I've ever tried, and that says a lot because I love Dose of Colors. And as you can see, my eyes are still watering. This was like literally a disaster, guys. My concealer started smearing. It was just pissing me off. Then we're going to top this 0.0 off using the same color or a different color in ALYSSA, which is another one from her collection. I honestly kind of regret doing this lip combo. As you can see in my thumbnail of this video, I changed the lip to November, and it looks so much prettier with this eyeshadow look. Not that it looked bad, but I just like the way November brought it out for the summertime. Now we're going back in with that pencil liner and trying one last time, but honestly, as you can see, my eyes are getting red and it just didn't work out for me, so I just gave up. But you could still see it came out a little bit. It's just my eyes were watering, so I just stopped before it became even more of a disaster. So now we're just coating our lower lash line with mascara and finishing off with some Fix Plus, and that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Sorry for everything that went wrong. I swear everything that could have went wrong, but I still like the completed look, and I hope you guys did too, so don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys.